What up, friends and family? This is Bodie Horn, and welcome to another edition of what we've got going on here. What is going on here? Good things, good vibrations. That's all I want to bring to you in your world. It's the good stuff. So what we're talking about today is accelerating success. I've got some really fundamental tips, and maybe you've heard different tips before on how to accelerate your success, how to get richer, how to do this, that, and the other. I've got some good info for you. Before we dive into that, I want to let you know that I've got some good things coming down the line for you. My main mission, before I even got on YouTube, before I decided I was going to be a painter, before I decided I was going to be a singer and a musician and whatever other type of writer, artist, all that stuff, the main thing that has always motivated me is pretty much jump-starting the renaissance of the human spirit. Because society and institutionalizes in history has gotten far, far away from the true power that resides within you and each and every one of us. So everything that I bring to this channel, everything that you're going to find on my official Bodie fan Facebook page, everything that you're going to see on my Instagram, not all of it is business related, because there's more to life than just business. Mind your business, but be mindful of all the other things as well. But everything that I'm going to be presenting to you is about the amplification of the inner genius within you, within all those people out there, within me, within human life. Listen, as far as we know, we only have right now. What are you waiting for? Why are you not running like your body is on fire on the way to your passion? Because time is not going to wait for you or me. So let's get to it. Few things about accelerating your success. Now, these are some notes that I wrote down the other day. I went outside and I sat underneath the sun and soaked up the vitamin D. I was just feeling that beautiful spring, almost summertime warmth. And just some thoughts, some meditations that came to me that I'd like to share with you here and now. So one way to accelerate your success. When my children were young, have you ever seen the punishment where someone, like, for instance, the beginning of The Simpsons, where Bart will write on the board, like, I will not do this, I will not do that, I will not do this. Well, it's a well-known fact in the hypnotist community, in the psychological community. There's a well-known fact that when you say, I do not or I will not, blah, 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 XXXYZ, that it's actually programming the mind to do precisely that thing that you're saying not to do. Because in your imaginative faculties, there is no not. Like, let's try this. Right now, I want you to not imagine a huge pink elephant with purple polka dots. Do not imagine that. Okay, so it's the same as telling a child, do not stick that fork into the light socket. Bing! What is the first thing that comes into the mind is the imagery of fork in light socket. And if you don't want to lay down that sort of neural pattern, you don't begin it with, I do not, I will not. So the reason I'm saying this is because when my children used to get in trouble, when they didn't listen, or were they being extremely hard-headed, or they needed a moment to contemplate and recognize what it is that they were doing, I would have them write this. And they can attest to this. They can tell you they've written it thousands and thousands of times, because sometimes it takes a while to learn something, right? But they've wrote this thousands and thousands of times, and I quote, "It is in my best interest to do what I know is right." I didn't have them write, I will not listen to dad. I will not throw rocks at my sister. I will not speak badly to my teachers. I didn't have them write stupid things like that, because all it does is program those exact images. And when you've got an image in your mind, that just beneath the threshold of action are all of your muscles and nerves just on the threshold of being activated to do that very thing that you're envisioning. That's why it's so crucial to use your imagination in an intelligent, strategic, wise way. Don't just haphazardly put anything in your freaking ajna, in your command center, because that's how everything manifests. That's where it works out from. It begins with the vision. It starts within, y'all. So I always had my children right. It is in my best interest to do what I know is right. That being said, in order to accelerate your success, here's the number one tip I'm going to give you right now. I'm giving this away. I'm not charging you for it. This is high-level fundamental stuff, though. Do right. You're waiting for more? And? No, that's it. Do right. Do right. Well, you're saying, Bodhi, how do I know what is right? How do I know what is wrong? You know. You know very well. You know gosh darn well what it means to do right. Now, this isn't about the fight between good and evil and what morals and what somebody told you is the right thing to do. This is about the right that is in your heart. Your heart. The reason I gave my children that instruction, the reason I had them write that so many times, is so that the conscious could grasp the recognition that the only thing that's truly right is that which you know is right. Not what someone tells you, not what someone dictates to you, not what you've been taught billions of times in others' examples, but that which resonates with you. Do right. And now, why do we have such a hard time doing what is right? Whether it's to accelerate our success or to just stop bumping into the same walls over and over. Why do we have such a difficult time doing what is right? It's because we're distracted, because we're stuck in habits, because it's a lot easier to go with the things that are already in motion. And to truly know what is right for you requires stillness, requires steadiness, requires a certain level of concentration that you can't or won't access when your attention is being pulled in a million different directions by the new episode of Twin Peaks or the new episode of Adventure Time or that new email that just came through or that text that you're supposed to get back from that person that didn't text you back and blah, 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 blah. All these things, the bills and the responsibilities. Now look, I'm not saying any of that's unimportant. What I am saying is more important than any of that is knowing in your heart what is right. Not right for the world, not right for him, her, and the other. What is right for you? Because in that knowledge is where you can make the decisions, where you can take the actions that are in harmony with your growth, in harmony with your trajectory, with your path. You lay it down step by step, stone by stone, moment by moment. And the most powerful way to engage that is to do what you know is right. Stop looking out there. Stop listening out there for someone to tell you, for someone to show you. You can have examples. You can have mentors, coaches, teachers. But ultimately, the best that any of these can do is point to the teacher, the guru within you. Do what is right. Because you see, in existence, in this world, everything works in perfect equilibrium. I know a lot of folks don't want to think that because they're like, well, why is there so much bad? And why is that going on this side of the world? And why did I experience this? And I didn't invite that. I get it. However, in this universe, it is the sum of all things. All forces are accounted for. Every decision has a karmic balance. So doing what you know is right immediately puts things on the threshold of your success, of your truth, of your unfolding. Number 2, by doing what you know is right, you take hold of the one true power that you have in this world. Wait a minute, I thought you said I was all kinds of powerful. You are. You are. But it's by one power alone. Your most powerful influence in this entire universe. And guess where it's found? Big surprise. Boom. Right in your heart. The most powerful influence you can have in this world is your will. Not affecting someone else's will, not affecting this thing or that thing, because the results you can't be accountable for. That sounds like you're giving me license to be a jerkhead. No. The results you cannot be accountable for because once it leaves you and goes out into the world, it then becomes a product of nature, of karma, of the total sum of things. So the true control that you have is the action that you initiate from within. Your will is the most powerful thing that you can wield in this plane of reality. And you've got some great things to back it up, like your imagination is one of your most powerful tools. Your attention is your most powerful currency. Careful how you spend it. Are you paying attention? But your will is the most important, most powerful way to influence not only the world around you, but first and foremost to influence yourself, your reality. That is your true power. What you conduct, the energy that you're a conductor for, what you choose to identify, magnify, and express in this world is your will. Nature responds perfectly, and the effects are not in your control. Your only choice is to think and act. In other words, only your will is your true power. In order to accelerate your success, friends, family, lovers, future lovers, lovers of lovers, all of those who I love, the number one way to accelerate your success is to do what you know is right. I have full confidence that as you come in touch with that knowledge and power within, that you're going to rapidly, quickly, fastly, movedly do the things, all the things that need doing, that you see need doing, that are yours to do. Let nothing stand in your way. Remember, the universe is the sum total of so much, of everything. Let your force not be snuffed out. Water your flower and let it bloom. Look, y'all, we got a lot of really awesome things coming down the line. I'm not kidding you. I am stoked out of my mind because I am doing what I know is right. And on my path, my truth, that is sharing goodness with you, with this world, to help humanity because, hey, it's been a rough one. But you know what? You are far more powerful than you've ever been led to believe. Join me on this quest for love and strength because ecstasy, it's in you. Access it. Subscribe, like, share. I'm going to be seeing you soon because I'm looking at a list of videos right here, right now. A list of content tips that are going to help you be exactly who you choose to be. Let nothing stand in your way. Bless. This is Inside the God Bodhi Horn. I will see you on the flip.